Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a look here at CroCoin, seeing what's going on with our good old friend Cronos. We left off yesterday talking about liquidity levels and potentially going to have that level swept. I believe that was on the hourly. And as we can see here, what do you know? Big surprise. Price action wicked up there to go ahead and sweep that liquidity. About 90% of that has been taken. So what does that mean for us? That means it means a few things. First of all, it means that liquidity has been swept and there could be potential for downside. But once again, we got to recognize that we do have a pretty strong support here level at about 7.8. That was a previous, if I recall correctly, a one-day candlestick closure resistance level, term support, that we need to focus on. But also, more importantly, on the daily, we're still looking pretty healthy here. In other words, nothing is telling us it wants to diverge yet. We do have the stochastic RSI coming down a little bit, which is not great, but it's offset by this extremely high money flow index. You look at the money flow index, average the last 14 days, it's extremely high. Okay, and that's a very positive sign. So again, a coin that has money flowing into it will continue to stay where it's at. Look at this, we got this nice little middle finger here showing us that we're not going anywhere, right? So that's wonderful stuff. As long as we continue to maintain this average volume, we're going to be in good shape. Today's candlestick still has 7 hours left, and we're already breaching this moving average. It's a fantastic sign, okay? So that leads me to believe that even though we saw that pullback to bounce off this previous resistance turn support level, we should be in very good shape here to see this continue. So just a quick little heads up, I did partner recently with Blofin Exchange. I'm bringing new exchanges to our community members because of the simple fact that they offer, no KYC, no VPN. I'm actually looking at another exchange for next month too, but this one does offer a promo up until November 20th. So be sure to check that out. Definitely a good little exchange there to reference. We are partnered with them officially. And if you want to jump on over to our Twitter, Telegram, or Discord, see our premium results. I get a lot of questions about, what are your results? I post those monthly here. Last month we were about 90% success rate, about 1,200% profit. And you can see all those results here as well in our premium group, where we take audio 105%, ENJ 113, comp 82, VRA 21%, maker that was a short at 50%, bell trade 94%. These all happened yesterday. Majority of them while we were sleeping. That's a beautiful thing about trading bots. They do it all for you automatically. So you can automatically follow those if you'd like. So let's go ahead and jump on another 4 hour and just discuss a quick couple of things that I think are important, okay? So first of all, we're building an extremely high amount of volume at this level, which is really good, okay? Because you see what happened last time? We built this volume profile. We had this ascending channel where the price action continued higher, and it eventually broke to the upside. Bitcoin is printing a very similar channel right now, as a matter of fact. Even though all the indicators are pointing down for Bitcoin, it's performing well and doing one of these here. And a lot of times, an ascending type of channel will break to the upside. And that's what we saw here previously. The reason I bring that to your attention is because we're building a tremendous amount of volume at this level. Okay, same thing here as well. While we don't have an ascending channel, it's too early to tell. We do have a decent amount of volume at this price point. As every time this volume profile builds, we see an emergence right above this resistance level. So look at this. We got a previous resistance zone right there at 0.786. Price shoots up, comes up here, consolidates for quite a little while. That's roughly about 2 trading days, and the price shoots up again. So we're building more volume here. What do you think is going to happen next? Okay, we are in pretty good shape here for another continuation. Okay, so again, what goes up must come down. You got to recognize there is definitely a case in point where this will have to slow down eventually. But for the most part, these are extremely healthy continuations. Price comes up and over, works itself into a little bit of a wedge, and continues on its merry way. Again, so that's why those type of patterns exist, because they have a tendency of actually breaking out and doing what they're supposed to. So we got some positive stuff there. Let's take a quick look at the moving averages. Obviously, we're going to be above all three. We do got to recognize that once we start breaking below these moving averages, we might have a shift in momentum. So we want to pay attention to the 50 and the 20-day SMA and kind of see what those are going to tell us here in the near future. Right now, they're still looking good. We also want to pay attention to the previous week close and or monthly close. Looks like the weekly close is closer. This could be an area of retracement. The price does typically pull back to those levels. We can see that 0.5, 0.32, and 0.618 all kind of accumulating in that range. So again, if there is a pullback and we lose the support level here, just know we are going to see a price point in that level somewhere between 7.4 as low as 6.7. So those would be good accumulation zones. Okay, just some friendly advice there, kind of something to consider looking at. Again, am I screaming at the sky that's falling right now? No, not at all. In fact, this looks very good. We should be able to sustain this price action, but if we don't close above 7.8 today or tomorrow or soon, then we could expect the price to come back to those levels. Okay. Again, just something to kind of recognize. On the hourly, we want to look at the Ichimoku cloud and quickly confirm that the long, if you have a long position open, this is recommending that you consider closing because the conversion line and the baseline are intersecting. We have the lagging span also intersecting with the price action. So we've got 2 out of 3 indicators here kind of telling us that we're not in great shape. We are above the cloud, which is nice. So if the price maintains itself above this level, we'll be in good shape. But once more, we want to wait for another long position based on consolidation at that level. And maybe don't FOMO into a late long right now. I guess that's the bottom line. Okay, so again, as much as I want to say this coin is going to break out, I think it should. It would make more sense for the price to pull back to one of these lower levels first and or consolidate here for a longer period of time. Because as we've seen in this previous history, as it accumulates volume, it does very well. It just needs to build a channel, and we are only about 24 hours into this channel right now. Okay? I think we just need a little bit more time before we leg up. As far as a healthy continuation is concerned, I would be perfectly happy with some range-bound activity for the next week or two, and then a monster leg up once Bitcoin decides it wants to stabilize and not, pull back. Again, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to pull back a little bit. I hope you understand what I mean by that. That said, that's really all we have here so far today. Really good stuff. Very positive for Crocoin, but also just a few important things to look for. So if you fast forward to the end to get the answer, it's all interweaved within the video. So please do yourself a favor and watch all the way through. And obviously, if you could, help us like, follow, and subscribe, of course. Really appreciate that. YouTube is a terrible algorithm, and it'd be cool to beat that one of these days. I appreciate it, and with your support, we can do that. Thanks again so much for your time. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.